Yes, sir. You know,
Yes,
this is a
sir.
funny
This is
story
a
when I
funny
caught
story
wind
when I
of it
caught wind of
because
it
you
because
watch a
you
game, whether
watch a
it's
game, whether it's
basketball or football, you
basketball or
heard the
football, you heard
commentator
the
say that's a
commentator say
business
that's a business
decision. You
decision.
know what I mean? You
You
got
know what I mean? You
LeBron
got
driving
LeBron
down
driving
the
down
paint.
the
He's a
paint. He's a
locomotive like we've heard
locomotive like we've
before.
heard
You
before.
got the
You got
defender.
the
Now he's
defender.
dealing
Now
with
he's
a
dealing with
multiple
a
choice
multiple choice
question. You got
question.
A,
You got
are you
A.
going to take
Are
the
you going to take
charge?
the charge?
You got
You
B,
got B.
are you going to try
Are
to
you going to try
contest
to
LeBron
contest LeBron
and be the
and be the
recipient of a
recipient of
poster?
a poster?
Your bag is on
Your bag is on
posters in
posters
kids'
in
rooms
kids'
with
rooms
LeBron
with LeBron
about to
about to
posterize you.
posterize you.
Or C,
Or C,
slowly move out the
slowly move
way,
out the
make a
way,
business
make a business
decision. You don't
decision.
have it
You
take a
don't have it
knee to
take
the
a knee to
sternum.
the
Just
sternum.
allow
Just
LeBron to
allow
look
LeBron to
fancy,
look fancy,
get his two
get his
points,
2 points,
and make it
and make
and
it
make your way
and
down
make
the
your way
court
down
and
the
make it
court
happen
and
the
make it
best way
happen the
that you
best way
can.
that you can.
Then now you got it
Then
on the
now you got it on the
football end,
football end,
where Teddy
where Teddy
Bridgewater caught
Bridgewater caught
himself
himself
in the same
in the same
position.
position.
Are you gonna
Are
try
you
to
gonna
make
try to
yourself
make
seem like
yourself
you're this
seem like
big
you're
tough
this big
guy,
tough
yada yada
guy, yada
yada?
yada yada?
Or are you gonna
Or are you
slowly
going to
move out the
slowly
way and
move
make
out
a
the way and
business
make a
decision?
business
We're
decision?
talking about
We're
Teddy
talking about Teddy
Bridgewater. He has
Bridgewater.
a
He has a history of injuries, numerous concussions,
knee
knee
injuries.
injuries.
Does he need
Does he
another
need
injury
another
to
injury
add
to
to the
add to
list?
the list?
Teddy Bridgewater
Teddy
isn't
Bridgewater
getting
isn't
any
getting
younger.
any younger.
So who gives a
So who
shit if
gives
an
a
old
shit
school
if an
player
old school
might
player
say
might
he
say
might not
he
have
might not
respect
have
for this
respect
guy
for this
because
guy
he didn't
because
do
he
this
didn't do
or
this
that?
or that?
Now what
Now
happens when
what
Teddy
happens when Teddy
Bridgewater goes for
Bridgewater
that
goes for
tackle
that
and
tackle
messes up
and
his
messes up
shoulder?
his
Now
shoulder?
he can't
Now he
throw.
can't
Now
throw.
he loses
Now
his
he loses
job to
his
Drew
job to
Lock
Drew
or
Lock
whoever
or
may be the
whoever may be the
quarterback
quarterback
replacing him.
replacing him.
Like I
Like
said,
I
Teddy
said,
Bridgewater
Teddy
is not on
Bridgewater
his
is not
way
on his
in.
way
He's
in.
slowly on
He's
his way
slowly on his
out.
way
So he
out.
has to make
So
a
he has to
business
make a
decision.
business decision.
But people don't
But
get
people don't
business
get
because they're
business
always
because they're
thinking
always
about
thinking
their
about their
emotions,
their
their
ego, their
pride, and
pride, and what everybody else on the
outside
outside
perceives of them.
perceives of them.
But I
But
gotta ask
I gotta
you,
ask you,
what's
what's
important to you?
important to you?
Let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
Jenna and Creed.
Yes, that was nice.
Hey, Teddy Bridgewater, look, didn't risk his career by making a tackle, got ripped for it. In the post-game press conference, he said, hey, sidelines my friend was trying to force Slay on Jenna and Creed.
Yes, that was nice.
Hey, Teddy Bridgewater, look, didn't risk his career by making a tackle, got ripped.
Now I'm gonna say it does look very terrible, but I'm not mad at him. It would have been better for Teddy Bridgewater to just trip himself and fall. Who gives a shit if they say you fell on purpose? It is what it is. Who can prove that? We've all heard of the turf monster. So Teddy Bridgewater could have became a victim of the turf monster, but he wants to do this. Let's be honest. If he dives in with the angle that he has and messes up his throwing shoulder, who's going to be happy about that? Is everybody going to say Teddy Bridgewater is such a tough guy for taking down Darius Slay? Exactly. It's all about business.
For it. In the post-game press conference, he said, hey, sidelines my friend was trying to force Slay inside, but he got torched for it. So now he's like, all right, let me take another tact, and here's what he said yesterday. Take a listen.
We watched it today as a team, and Coach pointed it out. That hey, my effort had to be better there, and I totally agree.
No, you don't, bro. Even if the dudes was clowning you in the game film room, you already know you've dealt with a number of injuries, bro. So you got to do what you got to do to secure your job. That's it. You got the job right now in Denver. You have no threat unless they're trying to make an acquisition in the free agency in the off season, i.e. Aaron Rodgers or somebody else. You got Drew Lock that you're competing with right now, and he was only playing last year because you were hurt. Like I said, business decision.
That's not, the type of tape that I want to put out there. And it's one of those.
Of course not, because dudes was probably laughing since the time that they saw it, since the time that they left the room. You're going to hear about it. It is what it is. You're going to deal with that. But how is your shoulder feeling? How is your head feeling? You got to say all these things to just clear up your image or whatever. Do it for PR. Do it for the old school guys or whoever you have to make feel better about the decision that you made. They'll understand it down the line. They won't understand it. They won't feel bad for you when you mess up your shoulder or get a concussion, whatever it is. They just want to see you make the play because it makes them feel better. Fuck them.
Places where you get pissed, after you watch it because it's like, you know how much this game means to you. Guys out there trying to make a play. I'm right there, opportunity to just, dive, sacrifice, do whatever I can to help the team in that moment. And, I failed, and I own up to it. It's unacceptable.
No, it's not. It is totally acceptable. It is totally fine, Teddy. No, it's not. It is totally acceptable. It is totally fine, Teddy. And you got bullied into saying, oh, you got to sacrifice.
Exactly. My man right here is going to come up with a great analogy also. Some people are going to call it out for what it is. First thing first comes on too early for anybody to really give it any recognition. It is what it is. But he's going to say the truth right here. Everybody's trying to bully you. That's all it is. It's all about peer pressure to the max. People might have dealt with peer pressure in the past. Might have forced you to do this. Take a shot of this alcohol. Do some stupid shit. Twitter, social media, the old folks that are bitter because the game is changed, adapting, whatever you want to call it. Everybody else wants to peer pressure Teddy. Well, they want to make him feel terrible for what he did. Teddy is fine. Teddy is feeling great, I promise you. He's going to say all of these things. Yeah, I should have made a better effort. That's unacceptable, man. I heard about it in the game room, man. Now that I think about it, I should have just dove. You know what I mean? What makes it any better?
I will put out this olive branch, Broussard. Bank robbery rules for customers. I've played this scenario through in my head. If there's a bank robbery in the bank, I'm not tackling the bank robber. Not my money. It's all insured. The furthest I'll go is a trip. A trip out the door, cartoon style, with the bags of money go flying.
That's a great analogy, bro. So many people want to play the hero. So many people want to play hero ball. Where does that get you? You got dudes that want to save a woman, the damsel in distress or whatever you want to call her, end up losing their life because they want to be Captain Save or whatever you want to call her in that situation. So many dudes lose their life because they didn't want to mind their business. They wanted to butt in. So many people want to be the hero when a guy has a fully loaded gun in a bank taking your money, but your money is insured. What are you going to get if you save the day? What is the risk? What is the reward? That is a business decision. And go about your business.
Trip is all you need. Teddy, you do not need to sacrifice, try to make a tackle. It's literally how Baker got hurt this year. The most you should do is the old bank robbery trip when there's some bad guys running out with cloth bags full of money with big dollar signs on them, and then you trip the bank robber and the money goes into the air.
Now that's just straight idiotic by Baker. Why the hell would you reach one arm when the man is going to be running damn near full speed in that direction? What a weak ass tackle. He made the tackle, but is it worth it? Now you're playing banged up for the rest of the year. Like I said before in a previous video, when you go on the website, they might say, all right, Dalvin Cook, yada yada. In parentheses, it says chest. This player, in parentheses, it says ankle. When they're talking about Baker Mayfield, in parentheses, it says everything. Now, that could be a joke, or they could be dead serious when they're making that designation.
Here's Baker getting hurt. You want to do this? The whole season is at a big question mark now because Baker's hurt. And now later on in the show, we're like, I don't know, should the Browns move on from Baker because he made this tackle, basically? Teddy, you were right the first time. Don't budge. Trips only. Bank robbery rules.
Great analogy, bro. Great analogy. And I'm with you on that. Knowing the history of Teddy Bridgewater and knowing that he has a starting job in the NFL is not easy to come by. Let's be honest. And Teddy Bridgewater might be one injury away from just being out of the league or being a permanent backup. But that pretty much sums it up, man. Are you going to be the hero and try to trip the bank robber, or are you going to try to tackle him and risk your well-being? It's enough of that. I'm out.